Bunch of fake crackers here.
Hey, now
We're calling it a cracker.
how you call it a cracker?
You weren't such a pokey bitch.
All right, you guys have been hungry for a triple. This looks like a triple.
Force Lake Motorsports RXL. I watched this in a barn for 10 years slowly deteriorate, and I finally was able to get it last year. Now it's time for it to be the daily driver.
What all do you think it needs, Tommy?
Throttle bodies are sticking. We need to put new fuel lines on it. Seat cover and tank cover, which I have.
Brakes
Probably-
got no pressure.
You don't need brakes.
They only slow you down.
Brakes are overrated.
Yeah.
Chrome trailing arms and plastic skis will probably go on it also.
This is fuel injected, right?
Yep.
How are we gonna clean the carbs?
Well, we'll figure a way.
All right. So basically, we're gonna make it run again. Do you want to do crank seals?
No.
You sure? It's not very difficult. We just got to yank the motor out and split the cases.
You will learn something with this fuel injection, that it's not as simple as carburetors to yank the motor out.
All right, I will be learning. I've never owned an RXL. I don't really know much about them. So this will be a good project for me.
Well, there's no mouse nest up here.
Is there any walnuts in there?
No walnuts.
Well, you know,
But
we'll
the
make sure
foam
the pump
is
cycles, once we
deteriorating.
put a battery
That'll
in
have
it.
to come out.
Hi, puppies.
This one gets a battery?
Yep.
What?
And it's not even electric start.
To run the fuel pump.
Well, I think, yeah.
Looks like it's going to need plug wires.
All right,
At
so
least
think-
one fixed. So.
this is going to be a great project for me. I'm going to learn something. Maybe I'll want an RXL when we're done.
No, you know how heavy this thing is?
You rode Black
It's
Bart
lighter than an Ultra,
That
Can't
may be
by
true.
much.
and I think an Ultra is lighter than a Storm.
You
So
did ride my 136 RXL up in St. Croix State Park one time.
That thing kicked ass. Man, I'll tell you, one of these trailing arm indies with a lot of carbide and a lot of studs is just a riot on a groomed trail. They hug the corners like nothing with a ridiculously high center of gravity light. If you know what I'm saying.
Bend your knees.
Bend your knees. Puppies are here.
All right.
All right, well, we'll bring you back when we're working on it.
Bring you along for the journey.
Know me.
I love having all this help here. Normally I do this part by myself.
Pretty sure I got you outweighed this time. As compared to, see, I didn't used to
This
be.
way. Beep, 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 beep.
I just want to do a little segment on this hood. I love this hood. So let me walk you around this and talk. So this hood is an early 90s hood done in the style that they did everything in the early 90s. Part of the reason we know that is we know who painted it. That says Beartown. And so Beartown was Steve down in White Bear Lake. A lot of people know him. He striped up a lot of sleds and a lot of cars. According to Chad, he striped up a couple of his dad's cars. Tommy lives down in that direction, so Tommy knows him. I've met him. Lonnie's met him. A lot of people have met him. So we really prize these hoods when we get to get a hood that Steve did. Another local guy I've never met was called Creeper, and he did a lot of hoods back then too, and he did great work too. And so anytime we can get a Beartown or a Creeper hood, we're pretty excited about that. Although, to be honest with you, if it's in good shape, I'll buy just about any striped up hood from the wedge era. Oh yeah, these are the things that made wedges so cool. The wedge hoods, the pinstripes, triple pipe triples, and of course the leathers they had back then. You gotta love it. Here's what Tim says. Use a body panel tool to pop these off. I always just pull. I learned something today.
That way you don't rip the damn thing if you want to save it.
Yep. Is there one more up under the stupid little toolbox that only holds spark plugs?
No, we're good.
All right. These guys are doing like Indy. No, they're doing more like an NHRA teardown between rounds.
NASCAR shit.
I don't know. NASCAR doesn't tear down between rounds like NHRA, do they?
I have no clue.
We're just.
What you got in here?
What do we have in there? Is it a
It looks like something might have lived in there at one point.
Don't we have to
good
take
thing?
the
Good
cap
thing
off?
this seat's going outside right after this. I bet that smells bad.
I'll stick my hand in there and see if there's anything alive.
We got, I think, to
What
get
can
that
happen?
off.
Yeah, I got to take the cap off.
You want Tommy? You want an electric ratchet so that you don't have to do this by hand?
No, it'll just strip it off.
Oh
I
well,
do a lot of stuff.
that's the idea. We'll just break. The idea is to break
Oh.
the bolts and replace them.
We'll see what happens.
All right, you guys get the idea. We're doing a little quick tear down here.
You want to tear off the airbox has got to come off, so the computer's got to come off and unplug it. And when the airbox comes off, you got to be careful of that plug on the right-hand side of the airbox for that sensor there, because that wire always breaks on that.
Don't break this wire, Tommy says.
Don't break that wire.
Make sure you unplug it. All right, I'm here filming because Lonnie just made a great point. Lonnie's point was, this channel is more like roadkill than bitchin' rides. We're just getting this stuff going and having fun with it.
We don't do restos, we do reconditions.
Yeah, refurbish and get it ready to ride. That's sort of the point of this channel. So we hope you enjoy it. All right, this tool is called a shake and break, and we're hoping we don't break the air box, but we can't get this damn nut out. Oh boy, like nothing. You want to back out? Show them the whole tool.
Yup.
So it's literally an air hammer and like a screwdriver bit. So it's like an impact driver, but on steroids. It loosened that thing right up. We're having a
No, that's metal.
tug of war on the CPU connector here. ECM? What would you call this device? The brain box.
An EFI.
It's an EFI.
It's too high for me.
Should we lower the table?
Tall
Where
for
I run
Kwame.
Where I'm running into trouble.
You know, punch yourself on your way back.
Yeah. Is there a button more?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. You weren't pushing the button.
All right. Well, I got to go in and get a pizza.
I thought I had pushed it.
Dennis!
Is she dirty?
Dennis!
Oh, boy.
Oh my goodness, Dennis.
Let me at it!
How did we, how is the motor not seized?
Oh my
I think we
God.
know why the throttle body's stuck.
Is there anything
Mouse piss.
squeaking in there?
Anything
Oh,
moving?
yeah, anything? No.
Don't even vacuum that. Let's just bring it over to the garbage can and dump it.
Yeah,
and I
hold
mean,
on, we gotta-
and I mean the outdoor garbage can, not the one in the shop. Ugh.
Okay, we still got these two screws.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get it out of there.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
That's all
but
I
that
need.
can't- Look
No,
at
I
that.
just needed to get the can out
Look
of
at that.
Does that help get the airbox off?
Yup.
So here's a look inside the airbox. That's your inlet air temperature sensor. And Lonnie's taking out the mounting screw.
There we go.
There it goes. And then we're going to run this thing outside and dump it. But very carefully, because we don't want to let the dogs in, because we got Nutter Speed Shop buffet over here. Dennis brought sandwiches, and I got the pizza. So
Boss who got it from
puppies don't need any of that. We want it.
and Jerry did stuff.
Got it.
So yeah, the rubber was
All right.
laying in the.
Let's run that to the outside trash can, Tommy.
Oh, there's mouse debris in a pile.
Oh, this is great. Look at those two mouse house in there, less in the mag side cylinder, ton in the PTO. It's kind of a miracle the motor's not seized, but the motor's not seized. Tommy was pulling it over earlier, and it seems to have even compression on all three holes, and it seems to have good compression. So I don't know. At least we got that going for us. What are you doing, Dennis?
It's going to take more than that, but that's...
Hey, Tommy, how much of that mouse house do you think we sucked into the motor when we were pulling it over to check compression?
probably half of a bedroom.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
We may have some renovation to do there, folks.
Once the throttle bodies come off, we'll get a better look at the pistons and stuff. It's just
It's all good.
It'll be all right.
yeah.
It'll live.
There's like
Tommy-
5 different ones.
You don't have a key for this?
No, I didn't get one with it, so I don't know. I might have to go through my stuff at home and see if I can find one. Why?
Let's try let's try an index key first. A normal.
Nope.
You sure?
It has a real key.
It.
All right.
It has,
Well, then let's try this Articat key. It literally says CAT on it. It's even got an Articat keychain. Let's try this.
Why the hell? Why would you have that?
Yeah, why do you have
Why
a
do you
ditch
have
book?
that?
I used to own Articats. Look at that.
What the hell?
son of a bitch.
Tommy, I guess your
Tommy owns an
RXL's got an Articat key.
Tommy on the
Well, you do realize Articats and Polarises are related.
Edgar Hattin, we know.
They are like second cousins.
All right, we're going to close out part 1 of Tommy's RXL there. We hope you guys are enjoying this triple bass content. And once again, this sled's a rider. You know, we're just like, we're doing average guy, make your sled work right shit. That's all we're trying to do.
Find something in the barn.
Yeah.
You can ride it.
Yeah, exactly. Drag it, literally dragged out of a barn, fix it up, go ride it. That's all we're trying to do here. So,
But we're trying to make them dependable
Oh.
when we go riding. See, that's a lot of what goes on here is to try to make it dependable.
This is true.
are you sure? You,
Reliability.
Well, no.
Wrong channel.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not. All right, now suddenly we're going back to XLTs. No, we're talking RXLs now.
are you sure you don't want me to do your crank seals?
It's got no carbs to clean.
Clean the carbs.
the
carbs.
Clean the carbs.
Yeah, but we can still clean throttle bodies.
That's it.
That's true. All right, it's been a classic day in the shop. By now, whether or not, depending on what order things come out in, you may have seen 4 videos with me wearing this shirt and Tim here and all these guys that were all filmed in one day.
And the sun's still out.
And the sun's still out. Man, if we could do this for a living, we'd only have to work 1 day a month. Unfortunately, we all work a day job and
And another part-time job.
another job.
Who
And
works a
spare
day job?
Sucks to be
Yeah.
you guys.
Other than Tommy.
Well, Tommy doesn't work a day job. All right. So, anyways, huge thanks to the patrons. You can see their names up there. Patrons kick in a little bit each month, $5 or $10. That's what gets their names up there. They get the videos ad free on the Patreon, and now you make me have to belch. They get to watch the videos ad free on the Patreon, and what else?
They get extra content.
Oh, they get a lot of extra content. In
Yeah,
fact, we filmed a ton of it today.
Oh.
You guys are gonna love everything we filmed today, I think.
And they get the
or laugh.
and they get the videos early.
They get all the videos early. As soon as I'm done editing them, the videos come out on Patreon for those guys.
Good thing you got Hollywood here with you to square you away and all that.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So everybody else is watching. Well, we'll see you on the trails.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get some snow so the trails open up.
See you on the trails.